We are change. We are prepared, honest and humble. We are the highs. We are the lows. We are the heartbeat of our community. We are the famous black and white. We are the dreams come true. We are the club of opportunity. We are the memories. We are the yet to come. We are Derby.
Complete faith in you lot as a group. The bench is significantly stronger than theirs and we'll make change when we have to. And I can't express it enough to you. You have to gas out, you have to be brave on set pieces, right? And I brought all them in the room, so I want you to look at them. Because they're the people that work hour upon hour upon hour trying to help you all the time. And they're the people.
Hello and welcome back to the preview show from RamsTV. Another international break is over. Derby County return to action today here at Pride Park Stadium. They're hosting Bristol Rovers. Before we look ahead to this one, let's take a check on the League One table. There have been 3 League One games over the break, wins for Stevenage, Blackpool and Lincoln, which has affected things just a little bit. Still Portsmouth leading from Oxford United, though Bolton are right there as well now. Stevenage up to 4th. They've played more games than anyone else. Derby are outside the playoff places on goals scored alone. Blackpool level on points with the Rams now too. But if Derby better theirs and Barnsley's result today, they will move into the top 6. Reading bottom of League One and 10 points from safety. 8 points is the gap for Cheltenham now. Carlisle and Fleetwood round out the bottom 4. Let's hear from the Derby camp to kick off. No game for the Rams last weekend due to the international break. A chance for Korey Smith and co to recharge.
Yeah, it's always good to have a little bit of time to reflect and refresh, get your energy back and get ready for the next game. And especially my age, get a little break and get ready to go again, prepare for the next run of games. So obviously it came at a time where we got a few back-to-back wins, so maybe it would have been nice to carry on, but we've had a good international break. The boys have come back looking really sharp, worked hard. The boys that have been away have enjoyed themselves, and we're happy to be back.
I mean, the fixture list has been busy, lots of games in lots of competitions as well, and more to come. How physically are you holding up with that?
Yeah, no, to be fair, I feel good. It's probably the first time that I've had a proper pre-season for a few years, to be honest. So maybe that's helping me a little bit, Obviously, everyone knows that the pre-seasons here are very tough. So, we had maybe that's carried on for me, and I feel good, feel sharp, and I'm looking forward to the next run of games.
He talks about the run of form. Unfortunately, you went into the break off the back of that FA Cup defeat to Crewe. Is that still in the system, or have you very much been able to move on from that without playing against it?
To be honest, we was in the next day. We got told off, and but at the end of the day, it's football. You can't. We can never linger on it. So it was very much, get it out of our systems. Straight away. We played the Tuesday night or Wednesday, whatever it was. Straight away in the morning, went in the meetings. Obviously, got told what was wrong. But then after that, it's move on and it's concentrate on the next game. So it's obviously with the extra week break, it's out the system now, and it's on to the next one. And we're still taking a lot of confidence in our performances in the league and what we've been doing recently. So yeah, we're going into it nice and confident.
Yeah, and certainly in the league at home, I mean, you really turned things around after maybe a sticky start. What sort of change with the performances at Pride Park do you think to start getting the goals and getting the results that you've had there?
I don't know, maybe sometimes things just fall for you a little bit. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes there's been games where earlier in the season where we've absolutely dominated, you know, Cambridge, maybe one of them. Wasn't too long ago, but, you know, I think we had all sorts of amount of shots. And sometimes it just don't go in for you and you don't get that bit of luck. And then, you know, last few games, it has. And sometimes it comes down to that. Sometimes it comes down to just keeping that clean sheet. But yeah, you know, it's momentum sometimes, just building that momentum, not just as a team, but, you know, the staff, the fans as well. You know, once we get the wins, they get confidence as well. And yeah, that's, as a club, that's what we have to build, momentum and keep them home games. You know, very important at our stadium to get a run of results and make it a fortress.
Yeah, you've won your last two in the league. You're only outside the playoffs on goal difference. Do you feel as though you're well placed to make a bit of a move over the next couple of weeks? We know how many games come over Christmas in particular. Yeah,
of course. You know, our goal is to get promoted, and listen, you don't get promoted in November. You have to make sure you're in a good position. For me, like, I've been around football a long time, and it's all about putting yourself in a decent position around, you know, Christmas, January time, and then obviously you have the final push at the end, and that's when it really counts even more. So yeah, it's all about being in a good position, and, you know, sometimes it's nice to be the hunter.
That's Korey Smith. More from him in Matchday Live on RamsTV from 2:30 this afternoon. Remember, Derby have the chance to move into the top six today. But Bristol Rovers, the visitors, start the day just 4 points behind the Rams. They're on a terrific run of form that started with them sacking Joey Barton just about a month ago. They're yet to lose with caretaker boss Andy Mangan in charge. 2 wins out of 3 in the league, victory in the EFL Trophy over Newport that has seen them through to the knockout stages, and a thrashing of Whitby Town in the FA Cup too. Their run of fixtures in the league hasn't been the toughest. Northampton, Carlisle and Reading were all in the bottom 4 at the time that Bristol Rovers faced them, but you can only beat what's in front of you. No surprise that the caretaker boss and his squad feel that they're in a good place.
Really good. We gave the lads a couple of days off so they could spend a little bit of time with the family, which always goes down well. You know, I think the biggest commodity in football that you can give players is days off, and so we gave them a couple of days off there. They came back, they're ready to go. They've had a good couple of days training, and we're all fully prepared now for Derby County.
Derby, a very strong side, one of the best defensive records in the league. How do you see Rovers breaking them down?
Fantastic side, Derby, really big team. They're a monster in the division, and, you know, I'm sure they would have had aspirations to be getting automatic promotion. So we've also got a fantastic squad. We've got a really good side, and, you know, we go there with no fear. We go there wanting to get a really good result. I won't be giving the full game plan away completely, but listen, nothing changes with us. We try and play the right way. We want a high pressure. We want to keep the ball. We want to, you know, have 1v1 situations on their back line. So hopefully those type of situations will happen. We've trained for that. We've planned for that, and hopefully we get the right results.
1,600 tickets sold for Derby this weekend. How big of a boost will those travelling gasheads be?
Amazing. They're great. The way they've travelled since obviously I've been in charge has been incredible. You know, 3,000 fans at Reading. I think it was 700 at Carlisle, and if they're taking 1,600 to Derby, and obviously they took fans to Newport County away, they've just been amazing. We can't thank them enough as a set of staff and a set of players. It just gives you an extra boost. You know, my family sit with them at times as well, and they're jumping in with the songs, they're delighted. So hopefully we give them something to cheer about. It's our responsibility to do that, and hopefully on Saturday they have an awful lot to shout about.
Obviously, we didn't have a game last weekend. Has the break given some players with injuries a chance to get back to being fully fit?
Yes, it was nice to see Luke McCormack and Luca Houle on the grass today for the first time after their injuries. That's positive signs. Grant Ward and Connor Taylor are now back in full-time training as well, so they'll have a chance on Saturday. So the squad's so healthy. You know, the recruitment in the summer was fantastic. We've got a really good side, really good squad, and now it's just about managing those boys.
Andy Mangan there. Let's hear from the Derby boss before we go. Here's Paul Warne.
Lads are trained well this week, as you'd expect always to say, and the whole week's just been about, winning on Saturday. That's our main focus, and then we'll worry about Tuesday at 5 o'clock on Saturday.
Is everyone reported back okay? How are you looking on the injury front?
No, Wash hasn't reported back okay. Wash has done his ankle, got it x-rayed, he hasn't broken anything, but now waiting for the ligament damage. He's on crutches, so that's not good. So apart from Wash, Tyrese, Fauna's come back okay, Ryan's come back okay, Robbo's come back okay. So, but I haven't seen him on the grass yet, so we'll see how okay they are when they train with our group in about an hour.
And just to check on a couple of the other longer-term absentees, Tyrese, John Jules and Liam Thompson.
Yeah, Tyrese, JJ has trained with the group this week. It's still a very slow process with him. He's training with the group again today. We'll see how he is after that, but we've got to be extra cautious. So that's quite good. Tomo, he is going to be on the grass today. However, he keeps getting fluid in his quad, which is problematic and has taken a lot longer to recover from. So his injury is, unfortunately for him, he probably should be back by now, really. So if he starts on the grass today and everything's perfect, there's no other issues, he's still probably 3 weeks away from training with the squad properly. So that's disappointing. I sort of know it's been going on for a few weeks. We were always hoping for more positive news. He's doing everything he can physically away from not training his quad. But so he's still we won't see him, might see him before Christmas.
Been looking at your schedule over the last few weeks and over the next few weeks. It's a bit all over the place with the Tuesdays and then not a Saturday and then a Tuesday. Are you wanting a little bit more routine to things?
Yeah, I think so. I think everyone would though, wouldn't they? Yourself included. We went from not having a game in 10 days to having 3 games in 6 days. It's a bit weird, really. So it'd be nice to get back to winning ways at Pride Park Saturday, obviously, and then the game on Tuesday. And you think, right, here we go, pick up points in both them games, we expect. But then we don't play again because of our FA Cup exit. So I think after this next 2 weeks, it becomes a little bit more and especially over Christmas, we'll probably moan less about breaks in schedules, because then it does speed up. And this is, from our point of view, from coach's point of view, it's like the fun part, really. You're in it for the games. You want the games to come thick and fast. You want the lads to play at their glorious best and give a good account of themselves and make fans, be proud to be a Derby fan and enjoy spending in the shop for Christmas. So all them benefits. But it's just about trying to win the next game, really, and all our focus is on doing everything we can. We know how, I know the changes at Bristol Rovers. In fairness, they're in pretty good form, and if anyone's a real stato when they finish listening to me talk, if you Google their squad and their team, you'll see, their front line is very formidable. So we know it's going to be a tough game, so we have to try and put our best 11 out to start the game, but we also have to have an eye on what they can do to us. It's arrogant to just think we just turn up and teams will roll over. It won't be the case. It'll be a tough game. So, we're preparing for that. And then, the Port Vale away game on the Tuesday as well.
There he is, that's Paul Warne. Everyone in action in League One this afternoon. Bolton could go top if they beat Exeter, and both Oxford and Portsmouth fail to win. Oxford travel to Cheltenham and Portsmouth host Blackpool. Stevenage are on the road to face Fleetwood today. Derby's opponents in the knockout round of the EFL Trophy, and Barnsley visit Lincoln. And here at Pride Park Stadium, Derby County entertain Bristol Rovers. Overseas viewers can watch this one on RamsTV. Subscribe now or get your Game Pass at dcfc.co.uk. We'll be back here with reaction after the game as well, whatever happens. Until then, goodbye.